The land has been sold. Got Yorkshire puddings, veg. Every time he says things, like, they weirdly end up coming true. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I woke up the next morning and they had deleted all the texts. Boyfriend. So I just found this new bagel spot on Gojek, and they do, basically all of this came to like $12, which is crazy. I got 2 bagels, and they're really big bagels, 2 orange juices and 2 iced lattes. I know this seems like a really pathetic bagel choice, but at the moment I'm loving just plain cream cheese with bacon and orange juice. I just feel like this is the perfect breakfast situation. It's so simple, but it's so good. I literally just finished listening to my weekly tarot reading. This guy on YouTube, he's called Minnow Pond Tarot. And yeah, like every time he says things, like they weirdly end up coming true. So many times I've listened to him and things that he's like predicted have like actually come true, and I just think it's really weird. I'm not sure that I do believe in tarot, but I've been listening to it for a couple of years, like on and off, and I do find it really like reassuring, but also really motivating. I'm a Capricorn, by the way, if any of you were wondering. Anyway, I'm back from my Komodo Island trip. I mentioned in my last vlog that I was doing like a dream trip, a trip that I've been dreaming about for years, and I went sailing in the Komodo Islands and just had the best time ever. I did film a vlog about it, so I'll link it up here so you can go take a look. Do go watch it, and I urge all of you to go and like try that trip for yourself. I didn't realize that I would love like sailing so much. I'm not really a water person, but being at sea was just so calming, and the views were absolutely beautiful. And we were really lucky. There was a great bunch of people, the other guests on the boat, and we were all like the same age range and from all over the world. It was just really, really fun to make a new group of friends and have some new shared experiences, and I'm going to recommend that everyone should go. So there's currently some building work. I say it's some lightly. It's not some building work, it is a full-on project. There's an empty plot of land next to the house, and I was like, oh my god, I really hope it doesn't get bought up, because if any of you guys know Canggu right now, it is like one big construction site. Land is being sold left, right and centre. New houses, shops, everything is being built, and this road does feel like a construction site. Long story short, the land has been sold and the builders are moving in next door. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Anyway, I'm not trying to get negative, I'm just kind of sharing the reality. So I made a TikTok about this, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it because it really made me laugh. And I said, I swear this would only happen in Singapore. So basically, I left my company that I was working for in Singapore years ago now. And then about 6 months ago, probably longer than 6 months ago, I got added to a company alumni group. So my company and all the ex-employees of this company have been added into a group WhatsApp chat where I couldn't even tell you what the chat is for, to be honest. It's funny because like my ex-colleague, she created it, so like no shade to her, like I love her, I think she's great. But I'm just like, what is the purpose of this group chat? And we don't work there anymore, and we don't work there for a reason, and it's not our company. So like, I don't, as much as I'm pleased for them, like I don't really care anymore. I made a TikTok about like asking what should I do, because it's this weird thing where I feel almost guilty about leaving the group, because then they'll be like, why are you leaving the group? But I have nothing to say, I have no interest in the group. I just think it's kind of weird, like an invasion of privacy to then bring everyone back together again to be put into this work-like group chat when we'd left the company. WhatsApp group chats are just like a very common thing in Singapore companies, especially startups, and you'll have probably at least 5 different WhatsApp groups for different things within your company. And we were always expected to be accessible and contactable at all times, even when we were on leave. And the main like way to communicate would be through WhatsApp groups, and I just think it's too much. Like, this is really one of the reasons why I couldn't handle working for other people and working in the corporate world. I'm just someone that loves to work for myself. I love being my own boss. I love the freedom of doing what I want. I maybe this is a Capricorn thing, but I do not like answering to other people. I do not like being told what to do, and I'm very stubborn about it. So I mean, that in itself is probably a reason why I shouldn't work for other people and why I've kind of chosen what I do today. But I get so much more fulfillment and joy over creating something for myself and working on my own projects. And I just feel like these companies, especially in Singapore, like I've talked about Singapore work culture a lot, but it really does breed toxic work environments. Yeah, I don't know, I just felt like this group chat was a bit of an invasion of privacy, and it just kind of brought all those memories back of like being sold like a false narrative, or like being told that you should care about something or a company that you really don't profit from, but you're expected to kind of sell your soul in return, and that was just never me, and it never sat right with me. I just think it's very easy for people to fall into that trap, and I don't know, I just thought I'd bring it up to have a bit of a discussion about it. Maybe you can leave some comments below, let me know your thoughts on this topic. I'm always interested to hear. Look at these well-behaved boys waiting for their owners. So cute. Our little guest we have once in a while. He comes to visit, don't you? I'm just giving him some water because it's so hot outside. Did you drink it all? Did you drink it all? Did you? He's a handsome boy. He's a handsome boy. Yes, you are. Look at this for a breakfast spread. Saturday morning breakfast. I got sourdough toast, scrambled eggs, bacon. I got a side of Vegemite. I'm really craving Vegemite at the moment, and unfortunately this English girl has transitioned from Marmite to Vegemite, which I never thought would happen, but you can only get Vegemite here, so that's what we're doing. Got fruit salad, orange juice and a coffee. Change this print here every week, but that's the joys of having your own print shop. We have so many beautiful photos. I just can't decide which one I want on that wall, but I really like this one. It's called Tropical Dream. It's on House of Pangaea website if you're interested. So pretty. It just brings so much color to a white wall. I love this one. So I have booked a Sunday roast for lunch today, which I am so excited about because I have not had a Sunday roast in such a long time. I would say years, and it's really weird because in the UK we would have Sunday roast every Sunday. It's just like a given, but there's always this weird feeling that on a Sunday you're like, well, should I have breakfast? Because when you have Sunday lunch you have it really early. Like we're going for a 1:30 p.m. reservation, so I'm in this weird state of like, do I eat breakfast? Well, it's not even technically breakfast, it's late breakfast. It's like 11 a.m. right now. If I have food now, I'm probably going to ruin my lunch, so I don't know what to do. I'm going to make myself a matcha and then I might have a little nibble on something. I'm really excited for that. It's at a local brewery. Yeah, I didn't even know that they did roast dinners here in Bali, but I'm glad that I found one. And then also the BF has never had a roast dinner before, so I'm very excited to introduce that to him as well. BF, why am I saying BF? Boyfriend. Okay, I found some pineapple in the fridge. I'm not sure if it's any good, but that is so perfect. So I have a really strange update on the subject I was talking about previously in this vlog, which I thought was so weird. So, you know, I was talking to you guys about toxic work culture and this like alumni WhatsApp group chat that had been created by my ex-company. 2 days ago, like another notification came up on the group chat, and it was like, I don't know what their current company is doing. And I saw it and I was like, okay, it's time for me to leave the group chat. Like, I really didn't want to be in here anyway, and I'm not interested. And after I had posted that TikTok and everyone in the comments was like, just leave the group, like you shouldn't feel obliged to be in it. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't. And I don't know why I had this feeling of like, I'm not allowed to leave the group, or that it would be rude. I don't know why I felt like that, but something happened that kind of justified why I was thinking that way. So anyway, I left the group. I decided to leave it. I'm not kidding, about 5 minutes later, someone messaged me on WhatsApp with forwarding my TikTok video about the alumni chat, and then they explained why they created the group, and then they asked me if I'd left. And I was like, this is exactly why I don't feel like I could leave the group, because the fact that someone's keeping tabs on who, I don't think anyone has actually left the chat apart from me, and the fact that I got a message within 5 minutes asking me if I'd left, just, I don't know, I just felt like it brought a lot of, like, I got quite angry because it brought a lot of stuff back that I was talking about this kind of like toxic work culture, and how they put you in this position where you feel like you're kind of trapped, or that there's no boundaries. And just the fact that I was questioned about leaving it when I got put into a group that I actually hadn't even been like given permission to be in, just really got my back up. And I had nothing against my ex-colleague at all, but what I thought was funny was that I woke up the next morning and they had deleted all the texts. So just a really bizarre turn of events, and I don't know, I think I've got a bit of PTSD, to be honest. I don't know if there is a permission feature on WhatsApp to ask you whether like you'd like to be invited to join a group or not. I'm not sure if that exists, but I think it should. Anyway, that's my little story. Such a bizarre turn of events. Anyway, I'm getting cramps. I'm really like starting to cramp. My period is coming any second, which I'm really like, this isn't good timing when I'm going to go out for lunch, so I'm probably just going to go take loads of ibuprofen because it's the only thing that gets me through it. I think I'm actually going to Lombok next week for a few days, but I'm actually timing it around my cycle, because if any of you girls can relate who has like the worst periods ever, it's always my luck that I'll get my period when I'm planning a trip. So I'm actually planning this around my period this time, so I'm going to wait a few days for this to subside, and then yeah, gonna go to Lombok for a few days for some island time. I'm really excited. I think it'll be a really nice vlog to share with you, and I haven't been to Lombok in years. It's a really, really beautiful part of Indonesia, like very untouched, kind of like how Bali used to be, so I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, made it to the lunch spot. It was a little bit confusing because the Sunday menu isn't out on the table, and there isn't really any menu showing the Sunday roast, but we saw it on Instagram. Anyway, we've got the chicken roast dinner. They have options of chicken and beef, so I'm very excited. I'm not being funny, this looks actually amazing. Got Yorkshire puddings, veg, I went for chicken breast, potatoes look really good. I don't know what that is. I really cannot identify what that is right now. And then we've got cider gravy. Oh, this looks and smells incredible. It's very messy.
How do you do it? You just pour it over?
Yeah, you just pour it over. Get it in your Yorkshire pudding. So good. I am absolutely stuffed. I'm ready to go home and collapse in a food coma, but that was delicious. I highly recommend. This is Black Sand Brewery. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it. It did taste like the one you'd get back home. So thank you guys for watching. As always, remember to like the video and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.